Hey, it's been a while since I last posted. The last few uploads were about the hacking situation and overall just game content. In the future, I hope to be able to return to doing some more fun, small videos. And I do have a few like that planned, but this video is another video just talking about game dev stuff. Chainsaw Man Devil's Heart. It's been fun. It's been an honor working on this project and giving you guys a project we can truly be proud of. Though, as things are, the hype isn't really there. We can continue delivering constant updates, but I feel like even if we put out some awesome stuff, many people won't get to experience them. So for now, thank you guys for everything. And I am truly sorry, but this will be an end of an era. Because a new era will soon be upon us. For now, we will not be doing any massive updates for a while. We will be working on the future of Chainsaw Man's Devil's Heart with a brand new title update, as well as our other two games. The last two title updates were the Steel and String update, which introduced the crossbow hybrid, 2 manga contracts, Rebirth 6, and a few other things. The story mode update was the latest, with a new map, raid reworks, new weather hybrid variants, new ambient zones, I think you get the point. But most importantly was the new mob drop system and the new storyline chapters. And even though it's released pretty bare bones, it's something we want to change. And doing so means working towards something bigger. For the time being, the game won't receive another update. It might be for a bit, or it might be until Season 2 of Chainsaw Man. That is not decided as of now. We are currently developing 2 other big games and we have big plans for those 2 games. But that doesn't mean we are just abandoning this game either. We have a few things in the work, and this video is here to just give you guys some insight on what goes on with planning and all the things that is on its way in the future with this next update. So without further ado, let me introduce you guys to the Chainsaw Man Devil's Heart Forged in Blood update. There are a lot of things we want to address in this update, and I might not be able to mention all of them. The focus of this update is to improve 3 separate areas. This includes the start, middle and end game. To begin, let's start with the onboarding and early game. We have realized that many people play games like these because they want to have fun and just become a strong, powerful devil hunter, not a janitor. And so, we want to make it as smooth as ever for a beginner to get into the game, and give less opportunities for the player to get lost or just quit the game before getting to the fun stuff. When first joining, you will now be sent to a better improved tutorial to be shown all the steps of the basic combat. After that, you will be given 3000 yen and 50 rep, and you will spawn in now and be instructed to talk to the public safety guy. He will now give you a suit right off at the start, and you will then be instructed to walk into the public safety building and talk to Makima, giving you the prologue. You will then get your missions, as well as then teach to get your first contract by talking to the gacha devil. Then it will teach you to talk to the janitor, get your first quest, then your melee weapon. After that, it will teach you to use the Seek app to locate the fiend quest, and last but not least, after completing that, you will also be told how to spend your skill point in the skill tree. It can be a lot, but sets the player up for success without them having to look up guides or get lost. It still has a lot of those early elements as before, but it showcases first some of our strong elements like the cool cutscenes, voice acting and the abilities of the game, which should hopefully improve their experience and prevent them from quitting. After that, we move on to the middle game, as well as a bit of the bread and butter of the update. We will begin by adding a brand new contract to the game, called Angelic Lifesteal. This is used upon dead corpses, similar to puppet creation. When used, you'll absorb their life, gaining 5 extra health, which stacks up to 5 times. This is still a heavy concept, which might or might not change in the future, like becoming defense instead of health. We will see what the limitations are. And to some of you just hearing that, this will really hype you up, as it's not only a contract. This means it's the 3rd Angel contract, meaning yes, Angel Fiend is being added to the game, finally. The passives of the Fiend is going to be designed around lifesteal elements, and the Angel when in Fiend mode will be equipped with a glowing light dagger, This will be a special dagger which will have unique M1s and either a full new M2 or just reusing the other light M2s. Though, let's get into the more interesting stuff. Angel Feather Barrage, Fiend version, now spreads into a larger area, maybe even a cone shape, covering more area, going further and lasting for a bit longer. Angel Dive Blast, Fiend version, now flies horizontally instead of vertically and will create a big blast on impact. Think Mark from Invincible. Angel Life Seal, Fiend version, the real good stuff. Now, after reaching your max life steal stack, your dagger will be transformed into a special spear, which also deals more damage than your dagger, and you can also press M2 to throw similar to the blood spear. But this one will have a small area of effect at the landing zone. Yes. Now, this is something we have planned for a while, especially since creating the first contracts, and is something we want to get right as it's a much beloved devil in the game. We know Angel is a devil, not a fiend, but it's just how we have chosen to design the character for our game. Now, moving on, we also want to introduce either a new boss fight or a raid this update. Which one will it be? I can't tell you. There is a lot of concepts, going from Eternity Devil to a bomb hybrid boss fight to anything. I mean, we already have some ideas on how we'd approach this, but it's still quite early on, so I don't want to make any fake promises. Which, if a few things change after this video, that is to be expected. Don't go back to this video and be like, blah 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 blah, you changed this, why is it new design? Because things change. This is just us trying to be transparent type shit. Now, moving on again, onto two things which are both middle gameplay but also gives a lot to our end game players, who have been grinding since day one. First of all, is a concept I've been thinking about for a while. It's still not fully planned out, but it's something I want to hear from you guys in the comments if you like the idea, and if it's something you would want to see, or if it's a bad idea in you guys' eyes. It would basically be a hell raid, though it would function differently. Like, a few times a day at certain specific times, you'll be able to enter hell along with other players. You will have to bring with you at least 10,000 yen, and in hell the map would be smaller. There would be stronger mobs. A lot of bosses walking around were able to fight freely, though that's not all. So it would also have some harsher punishments. While there, if you kill a player, you will get 2 times amount of yen steal than you would normally. And if you die, you get kicked out of hell. We would also in the future want to introduce more things, such as a Darkness Devil boss fight event, as well as maybe a Hero of Hell hybrid or upgrade, which will only be unlockable through going into that dimension. Now, as I did say, take it all with a grain of salt. This is purely wanting your guys' feedback, and if it's positive enough, it would definitely be something we would be interested in doing. Now moving forward, we want to talk about the real reason behind this title, something that will add content to old players but also new. It's the next chapter of the story, and how story rankings work. After this update, all players' missions/hunter ranks will be reset, as to then rework a lot of the current missions to be made simpler and easier for the progression to flow more smoothly, as originally intended. Hunter rankings and rewards won't reset on Rebirths anymore. You'll have to specifically talk to an NPC or pay like a specific amount of bullets or cash to reset your missions/rankings. Now, when reaching a new rank, you'll be given a bonus amount of EXP and yen as a bonus reward. F rank will remain the same, but E rank will now be giving you a slightly sturdier suit with a higher defense than the default suit. Then, moving on to D rank, which is the brand new story chapter. A lot of the story is planned ahead, and most lines and writing is already done for it. But some chapters have more content for them than others, and that's why some take longer to develop, and this is a reason to it. I won't show you the entire thing, but here's a small snippet of the next audio clip from Magma's promotion cutscene.
And to handle them, we need to be prepared. Some of your upcoming tasks will require more than just hunting devils. You'll need to craft, arm yourself, make use of every resource at your disposal.
And if you can't tell, this is the reason. As after reaching D rank, you will now unlock the crafting station. This update will not only introduce the crafting station, but also a lot of different melee and materials and things to craft. This includes the greatsword, a brand new rapier, as well as an even legendary pistol weapon you'll be able to use, and not only that, but you'll also be able to get a dual-wield version of it, so you can be your coolest self. Pretty exciting stuff, right? But that's not all. We will also introduce some more boss drops, and this will mark the first time in the game's history that you'll be able to obtain hearts not through just finding them. As with defeating the Katana Devil now, in the Mansion raid, you'll be given chances for it to drop fragments, which you can use to craft into a heart, which is something we are really excited to do. Now, this is just the start. There's a lot of concepts tied to this, and I'm hoping to be able to share more in the future. But this is something we have planned for almost 2 years now, and finally being able to reach and add a system like this is honestly super exciting stuff from us, the dev team. Also, just making clear, we do not steal this concept. We had this concept for so long! We maybe just didn't do it yet, but yo, low-key it was in our minds. We had it written down and shit, yo. Back to it. Now, this is a pretty crazy announcement, as this video seems to quite literally be never ending. I know, pretty wild. And I would like to thank you for listening to this. But before that, there's one last thing I want to announce. After the Steel and String update, we introduced Rebirth 6, and that was pretty controversial. Some people loved it, and some people were really not happy about the Rebirth system. And to be honest, that's fair. Though I genuinely believe that our system is very forgiving, as after just Rebirth 1, you're now able to store your hybrid and fiend, all your contracts and weapons, as well as even all your yen into your next life. That's basically continuing almost everything. But to some that still isn't enough. Most developers would not care and keep adding 20 more rebirths without listening. But we will want to be different than that. But also low-key be like those developers with this update. We're going to be adding Rebirth 7! Woohoo! And not only that, we're adding Rebirth 8, 9, 10. Woo! A whole number! Perfect! Nice! Now, some of you got mad hearing this. And some of you got really excited, but let me explain first the reasoning behind this. And no, this isn't a joke. We will now be revamping some more important aspects of rebirthing. First of all, also, when starting off at a rebirth, you will now be rewarded with an extra 10,000 yen and 10 free bullets to make your life easier. But that's not all. As many of you know, there's a black market, 3D clothing, as well as spec slots unlocked per rebirth, and that's not something stopping, but we wanted a bit more for the players. Now, when reaching Rebirth 3 and 7, each time you'll get +1 daily quest, meaning if you're Rebirth 7, you'll be able to do the daily quest up to 3 times in a day, making it a fast way of progressing and getting your extra rewards as you deserve. As well as to the players who get to Rebirth 5, they'll be given a full item storage page for free. And if you're already on all the item store pages, you'll be given a compensation of 30 bullets. And then for more even crazier stuff, for the people who reach max rebirth, they'll be awarded with a portable item storage game pass, making it so you can access your items on the go. And any players who already own this will be compensated with 75 bullets. Now that's not even everything, since now every time you rebirth, you will also be given a rebirth token, which you will be able to spend at a special store within the map, getting some exclusive variants or skins and maybe potentially more, like only awarded to those who have enough tokens. Maybe even double hearts, I don't know, we will see. I know this might be something people are 50-50 on, and that is fair, but I think this is a good final leap in terms of progression and gameplay. A lot here is going to change, that's for sure, but a lot might also stay the same. So I'm really happy to announce the Forge in Blood update. I hope you guys are equally as excited for it as we are. If there are some parts you are concerned about or really excited about, let us know, especially the things you are really looking forward to, because that gives us a clear sign to prioritize it and know that we are going in the correct direction. There's also many things we are considering and nothing is off the board, like adding better traversal around the map. One concept has been a super sprint. It would be basically like a skill. If you haven't been in combat for a little bit and you're running, you'll be able to enter a super sprint mode, make it way easier to run around the map. The zip lines are a good start, but we want to make it feel nicer to run around the map. There's also trading, as it's something which is long overdue and I think can add a lot of longevity to the game. And as you guys can see with this update too, the story is ever evolving. When we first started, we had a goal in mind. This includes some planned boss fights, more mechanics, as well as a conclusion you will all hopefully be satisfied with. We hope that you guys will remain patient and keep enjoying our games. Much love to you all guys, and as always, it's been a pleasure. Hope to see you around in our future games and when this update releases. Bye. Oh my lord!